number one. Hey, hey.
That's compared to who?
Hey, to number two.
Oh.
Hey,
I just can't pull up the comments. I don't know why it happens. Why it happens to me. I can't put the comments for which I can see. Oh, you son of a...
What's going on?
Funky cold. Hey, we're up. Yep, we're up. 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock high.
It's 12 o'clock.
No
High?
comments
No,
yet.
we're not high.
Yeah. We could be. We have smog balls.
Smog
Okay.
balls.
Yeah. So.
Oh, balls.
Anyways, shout out to my good friend Raven, who's out chasing the cheese every morning.
He's chasing the cheese.
Every morning, he's chasing the cheese at 5:40 in the morning. He says it's overrated. Do you agree? Getting up early at 5:40 in the morning, is that overrated?
Yeah, we got
I'd say yes.
We got
Big Will's on.
Big Will's on. Hey, Will, missed you for a while.
And give him
Then
big
we got
one.
the professor.
Professor Von
Von
Braun.
Braun.
Thank you, Professor, for signing on.
The mouse is in the house.
Mouse in the house.
Or the moose is on the loose.
Mouse, don't post any more pictures with the camera.
No, but
please.
that was sort of scary.
My eyeballs on that one.
Yeah, that was sort of scary.
That was years ago. That was when you were in good shape.
Good.
That was good shape. So don't do that again, poor cat. Then he's getting us figured out now. Then he looked.
Bill Schaefer's on.
Bill Schaefer, all the way from California.
All the way.
He missed us last week. Thank you, Bill, for remembering this week and tuning in.
Yeah, I do. I got it.
If I ever get a chance, I'm going to fly out there. I want to talk to Bill about. He did some work with Al Adamson. You know, Al Adamson's my favorite. Yeah, so I got to get back out to California AA and visit with some of my peeps, and I want to talk to you, Bill. I want to visit you. Maybe next year. Maybe
Hey, speaking of peeps.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Denny.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see you're playing with that little tweeter instead of the other one. Let's get these out of the way. We got any women yet?
No.
We got no women?
No.
This is for Bill Schaefer.
Well, it may be they just haven't spoke up. Uh-oh.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Who is it?
Hey, wait, there she is. Hello,
Okay.
Miss Amanda.
This one's for Bill Schaefer all the way from California.
From California.
For getting up extra earlier than I would. Wow! That was a good one.
Wow.
Here's one for Amanda. Give one for Amanda.
Here, I got one for her.
Here's a wink for Amanda.
Oh, Amanda. I got one for Amanda.
Oh, here's a wink.
All right, Amanda. Oh, man, that went right out there.
I'm going to throw a Batman for somebody. Here's from Mark Pinto. I haven't heard from Mark
Yeah,
Pinto.
no, he's on.
Oh, Mark's on?
Yeah, he's on.
Mark, here's my favorite. This is for you, buddy. The Batman. I'm Batman. Whoa, that one was kind of cool. And one more left. Who are you going to give it to?
No,
You got another one? Where did these come from?
Kathy will be on here. I'm giving it for absent Kathy, but she'll be on. She's on. She's working today a little bit on
just a little
in
bit
the cafe.
Wait,
Oh,
there's work down there?
oh man,
Your
there's
lunch is
floppy all
here
around.
and try making food for this guy. But okay, this is for everybody else. This is for everybody else that thought of us to tune in today. And for you, Doc, and your coffee. Whoa! That one went right into it, man. That's the best one I ever threw. All right.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Now, before we start, okay, let's take a solemn moment now. Serious moment here. We did, I want to take a moment of silence here. We had a member of our Midnight Movie family pass away earlier this week. You've probably seen her in some of her skits, Nicole Wild. She's a good friend of the show and was on the show a lot of times. And special friend to Driv and all of us. And she's made me that real nice Yardbird shirt that I always think of her when I wear it. But let's have a moment of silence for Nicole Wild, who passed away earlier this week. Okay. We're going to miss you, Nicole.
All right. So, yeah, it was sad.
It was sad. It's always sad. That was sad.
Always sad.
Always sad, but that was sad.
She's a sweet lady.
She was. Very
And funny. She was sweet and funny.
She was sweet and funny.
She even had a little sour in her sometimes.
Here's an interesting fact.
Well, it is an interesting fact. What? You forgot your notes.
Where are they?
Well, I'm not in charge of your notes. I'm not even in charge of mine.
I'm leaving.
Oh, he's good.
Man.
Yeah, so I guess I'm here and giving it a little.
There you go. Then he can do it. So you're done. See, what happens is me and Denny, each week we challenge ourselves more and more by sitting upstairs and talking to the very last second. And then we got to rush downstairs and figure everything out.
We did do that.
Yeah, so.
We did do that.
I thought I had it all planned today. Of course, I forgot.
We had chit-chatted for
Yeah.
a week and, you know.
Yeah, so we had to catch up. And then it was like getting closer, getting closer.
Yeah, we didn't chit-chat since last show. I don't
Yeah,
think.
you're right. I've been in
You've been.
hibernation or something. I've been busy.
Oh, man. What was going on here? You were in hibernating. That's for
Yeah, I was
there was
in
no
hibernation.
chance for you to hibernate.
No, but
All the little bears were
Yeah.
on the loose.
8 grandkids in the house plus all my kids. Wow. At one time, I told my doctor this because I was trying to find an excuse in case I had high blood pressure. We had 20 people inside this house at one time for dinner. So, my house ain't that big.
The bearded wolf joined us.
The bearded wolf is in the house. Let's give her to the bearded wolf. And as you know,
Where's the 970 go?
I just had it. What'd you do?
What'd you do with it?
I probably.
Oh, yeah, you said okay. But the bearded wolf says in 970 BC, Solomon became king of Israel.
Well, I know that's not it, but Doc Dredd fell over.
Yeah, just a little.
Doc.
It was a little titty bitty from the bearded one.
Yeah, the 970. Shout out to Delmar. Delmar, I've got to get Delmar's prize out to him. I'm going to try to do it tomorrow. I promise. So.
Or, you know, he could come see us in like 2 weeks when we're at a certain show.
In 2 weeks we're going to be, you can name it Ohio Terror Con. You can name it because it's coming up and we want everybody to come out and see us. Or see most of us, see some of us. We're going to be kind of split up over 2 days. It's a Friday and a Saturday, so this is kind of
strange Friday.
Yeah,
thing,
Friday at 10 a.m. I don't know how many people are. I hope a lot of people are wanting to do some convention going at 10 a.m. on a Friday. But we'll find out. But hey, we'll be there.
Non-working status.
Yeah, so we'll be there.
Take Friday off.
Yeah, blow Friday off.
Yeah,
they
take
got a lot of
Friday
good
off.
guests in this. Cast the Toxic Avenger, cast of Night of the Demons. Okay,
Toxic Avenger.
Toxic Avenger. Yeah,
Oh.
the cast is gonna be. That's one of Denny's movies. He loves Toxic Avenger, so you'll be able to walk around and see some of those guys. Maybe.
What do you mean? Did you all turn on your mics? What? You can't hear us?
What are you talking about? We got
Grandpappy's here.
We got green. Grandpappy. We got green.
What's that?
Yeah.
What are you talking about,
Who said
Wolfie?
that? Wolf?
Wolf, what are you
You're
talking
Wolf?
about? Everybody's hearing us.
Nobody's saying.
Well, it says kind of low today.
Kind of low.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Is that
You heard us? You know what it is? We're still probably recovering from the effects of that internet attack we had a few weeks ago when my daughter was here. That knocked us for a kablooey. And a lot of stuff is still being affected on
That's
that, if
right.
you know what I mean. That
Hey,
think.
you know what? We don't care if the wolf hears us. Miss Chowders says she's hearing us just fine.
Yeah, the wolf probably just needs to clean
Yeah,
the
clean
hair
your
out
ears.
of
Get
his
some
ears.
Q-tips, buddy.
Yeah. Come over here and have a few smog balls. Yeah,
Oh,
whatever.
the professor's saying turn our volume up.
Oh, he can't even broadcast from his mobile studio. His sound don't even work no more.
Ah,
Hope you get that fixed, Chris. Yeah, his
you
audio-
turn your volume up.
That's probably the problem. Turn your phone up.
Yeah.
We can't do anything.
So,
Can't
well,
we?
hey, we got to do a rather quick one today because you have some something going on a little bit later.
You need to go.
Yeah. Don't buy it.
Yeah.
Turn sour when you get to the end.
Oh, I did buy it.
No sweaty snog balls.
Smog balls.
Snog. No, you said
Snog?
snog.
Who said that?
Yeah, very well. I got it.
We have some snog balls. Big Will. Did you hear a couple weeks ago I told you that you're in the opening credits of our show now? So the problem is we've been having some issues with our local cable situation since that internet thing. So, hey, hopefully we'll get that resolved or not. Stay tuned on that for those that watch us on Spectrum.
Please.
Yeah. It could be out of our control. We hope not. Anyways, today's show, if I gotta do a shout out to my, I did shout out to Raven. To Doc, who's sitting at home, he was sipping his coffee like a half hour ago, patiently waiting, he said, for us. So he probably finished his coffee, and now he's out walking the dog. I don't know. Is he on there? Didn't say anything? That's
Not yet.
You gotta watch, you know what's funny? Like, you watch this show today, you can watch our show this weekend.
Yeah.
You can watch Doc Dread at 11:40 on the Monster Channel, Chad and Bunny Show, my friends from Haunted Hotel. There's Murder Table Monday. There's the Haunted Microwave Show on Tuesdays. There's Tuesday at 7 on Tuesdays on Facebook. There's so many, Chad and Bunny, there's so many ways to be entertained by us and all our friends all week long. We're popping in and popping out. Tell your friends. Hey, a lot of these guys that are on here are part of our friends and things.
Yeah, that's true.
Tell your other friends that these are fun things to do and pop on, say hello, join us. Shout out to Michelle Spakowski.
Yeah. You beat me to the punch. Yeah. Hi, Michelle.
Michelle Spakowski.
Been a long time fan.
Yeah. But, we need more fans to tune in. That's what makes it fun to do. We get to talk to people. Bill Schaefer, tell some of your California friends. Where's Ralph Lambert? Tell some of your Florida friends. Let's get some, they should have like lunchtime viewing parties on Thursday.
Or unless you're in California, breakfast time.
Breakfast time or brunch. You can have
brunch. Yeah.
Anyways.
Yes.
Shout out to Chad, Bunny, all those guys. All those guys. Sally, the zombie cheerleader. Shout out to Mr. Lobo. Mr. Lobo. Had a nice conversation with Mr. Lobo at the Monster Bash. So, number one, right now, it's so hot outside, right? It is so hot outside. It is very hot. I was sitting outside yesterday trying to put together something, and the sweat was just pouring off me, and I was sitting there. It's crazy. So I thought, what's one of the top movies out right now? Twisters, right? Twisters is one of the top movies out right now. Yeah. So I just thought about it. I'm like, man, it's so super hot lately, and this weather's weird, with heat like this here in Cleveland, how it gets. No rain, whatever. And then it rained. It was raining, the sun was out. Oh my God. Yeah.
Double rainbow yesterday. I don't know how many rainbow. There was double rainbow. We were down near Akron yesterday, and lady friend and I saw double rainbow.
That's good.
Right over the Goodyear Air Dock. Oh. With the old Zeppelin hangers in there.
Oh yeah? Were you getting ice cream?
Yes, we did.
I knew it. What's the name of that place?
Amanda Strickland's.
Strickland's ice cream. I knew it. As soon as he said that, I knew it because I remember
I had some Strickland's yesterday. If you haven't had it, it's a wonderful thing.
It's good ice cream.
Anyway, go ahead. So what you got going on?
Top 10 movies determined by Stacker.com. Top 10 movies that feature extreme weather, okay? And we're going to move into it pretty quick today. I'm not going to bore you, but it was pretty funny. The number 10 is called Magnolia. Now, I've never heard some of these movies. Magnolia. They don't sound like
they bring allergies on.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
It was from 1999, and it was directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, which, ironically enough, is Ghoulardi, Ernie Anderson. There he is back there. That's his son. Okay.
Really? I wonder if you sneeze your brains out. The brains come out. Wouldn't that be cool?
That sounds like a movie from Tubi that we'll get into later. That sounds like a Tubi film.
Oh.
Not against Tubi. They got some good, interesting films there.
Okay.
But anyways, Paul Thomas... No, I'm trying to finish number 10 first. 10. Paul Thomas Anderson, who is Ernie Anderson, Ghoulardi Anderson's son. I did not know this, but he is married to Maya Rudolph.
Is he really?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Wow. Still?
Cleveland boy. Well, that's what it said.
Wow.
Maya Rudolph from the Saturday Night Live.
Wow.
And she's one of the more talented ones that are on there. So I did not know that. Wow. So come back to Cleveland so I can meet Maya Rudolph. Anyways, this movie actually includes an all-star cast, including Tom Cruise, who was nominated for an Academy Award for his performance in this film. Even I never heard of it. But several people's lives are intertwined on one day in the San Fernando Valley. I guess they go back and forth somehow, I don't know. But anyways, the film ends with crazy weather of frogs falling from the sky. And I said, frogs from the sky? Does that have anything to do with Ghoulardi? With Ghoul, Froggy?
Ghoul, Froggy?
Right? Frogs from the sky, Froggy? Was it going, hiya, 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 hiya? I don't know. So now I want to try to find that film and watch it, Magnolia. It sounds pretty good with all the actors they had in it. And I do like Tom Cruise. No comments out there. Tom Cruise is a good actor. Number 9 is called Melancholia. Melancholia from 2011. A rogue planet is hurtling towards Earth as two sisters cope with their impending deaths. Oh, they're coping. How are you going to cope with it? You know, what are you going to do? They're going to die. We put up an umbrella, you know. But this was directed by Lars von Trier, okay? And it was the second entry in his, now here's a word I've never heard before, triptych of films. A triptych. Did you ever hear that?
No.
It's T-Y-C-H, triptych of films. Now that I've heard that word, I bet I see it start popping up everywhere. You ever have that happen?
No.
You never had that happen? Like you find out something and all of a sudden it starts popping up everywhere?
Yes.
Okay, then you did have that.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Anyways, this is part of his Depression trilogy. It sounds depressing. It's the first movie is called Antichrist, and then there was this movie, Melancholia, and then it was followed up by Nymphomania.
Can we show it?
doubt we would want the Depression trilogy. Number 8 is Noah. About, guess what? Noah. Russell Crowe stars as Noah, and he's got to build an ark because the rain is coming. Okay. Now the funny thing about this film, the film was filmed partially up in New York State.
Yeah.
It kept having to be delayed because of heavy rain and flooding. Heavy rain and flooding kept delaying the filming of the movie. So that's kind of
coincidence. I think not.
Exactly. Number 7, Only the Brave from 2017. A true story about an elite firefighter group that fights a wildfire that is spurned by high winds.
That's still going on.
It could be. This was 2017. This is a true story though. 19 of the 20 firefighters died.
Ooh.
In the famous, I never heard of it, but famous Yarnell Hill fire of 2013. So 19 out of 20 died. So they made a movie about it. Or whose perspective it's on from. How about this one, Denny? I know you've seen this movie. It's on TV all the time. The Perfect Storm from 2000.
Yeah, I haven't seen that for a while.
The crew of a fishing boat is caught between 3 active fronts on Halloween night of 1991 and causes the boat to flip and they all die. Spoiler. 3 fronts though. Don't you think that maybe they should check their weather reports before they set out? You know?
Yeah, well, you know.
Not one front.
The
not 2
didn't.
fronts.
The minnow didn't.
Yeah, they only got lost. Right? These people got flipped over.
You wonder if there was somebody on there that actually died and they just never said it. Some crewman down under, never made it.
On Gilligan's Island?
Yeah.
There could be a lost Gilligan's Island.
The lost member they got, you know, but they just didn't want to.
Maybe that's where he got all the extra clothes and stuff because they had much more. Yeah, they had all those extra clothes. Maybe
Could it be?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah, or maybe they tossed some people overboard, trying to make ballast of the boat.
Were they cannibals?
That could have been too, because there's no way that you got that fat like the skipper eating coconuts.
I bet you Marianne could dish up a great human pie.
What are you saying? Marianne could dish up a human pie?
Human pie.
I thought you were trying to.
No, human pie.
Okay.
Liver pie.
Who knows? Hey, that might be a good like a sequel. Gilligan's Island, The Dark Side.
Yeah.
What was the name of the
book? You were never told.
Yeah. That's very interesting, Denny.
Yeah.
Number 5. We're just burning up time.
Spouting off.
If we're talking slower, like if I go like this and I eat the smog ball, we can even waste like 10 seconds. Smog ball. Number 5. There you go. Where'd you get that thing?
Amish country. I don't have enough water in it.
Oh, it takes water?
Okay. All right.
It's like a
Continue
miniature
on.
bong or
Continue
something.
on. Continue on.
Give me a hit of that.
No.
I don't do that.
Birdie bong.
The Birdie Bong. The Poseidon Adventure. You know that one. Tidal Wave. That's one of Trish's favorite movies.
Yeah. All kinds of temporary sort of favorites.
Yeah.
Tidal Wave. Possibly, we don't know for sure, but could be true.
Number 4 is the Revenant.
The what?
Revenant.
Revenant.
2015, the Revenant with the guy from Titanic.
Oh.
What's his name? I don't know his name. But he's a frontiersman. He's making. Oh my Lord, what does it say? Oh, a frontiersman mauled in a vicious bear attack goes on a journey through harsh snow and cold conditions to seek vengeance on a man that killed his son. So it's really harsh, cold, freezing.
Kind of crazy.
It is a long movie. I watched it. It was long and boring. It could have been like an hour and a half film, and it's like 3 hours long or something. It is not the best film. How about number 3? Snowpiercer, 2013. Not to be confused with the series, which is basically the same thing. Passengers on a non-stop train during the second ice age fight to survive against conditions and each other. And this was, I like this guy's name, it was directed by Bong Joon-ho. Bong Joon-ho. Any other good Bong Joon-ho movies?
Yeah. Probably a few jokes in there, start thinking about it a little bit.
Yeah. Bong. How do you come up with that idea? Bong.
I'm not going thinking about Gong's Ho or whatever.
That was sour. All right.
That was sour? Nose piercer, what the hell was that?
Number 2.
Number
It's
2.
about time, because this whole thing inspired it. Twister. From
Come
1996.
on, baby. Let's do the twister.
Do the Twister. I didn't think that movie was that good. A group of storm chasers tangle with a tornado. You know what's interesting about Twister, besides being the first movie of its kind to feature tornadoes?
They had flying cows.
Actually, I thought myself the better effects were in Wizard of Oz with their tornado. There was some good effects in the Wizard of Oz. You saw the stuff go flying by, a cow, the Wicked Witch on a bike, all that stuff. The tornado looked really real in that. You think so? But Twister was, now think back, this is like going back into like olden times, okay?
Yeah.
All the way back in the 80s, the 90s.
Yeah.
It was the first DVD release in the United States.
Really?
First movie ever released on first DVD ever released in the
What
United
year?
States. 1996.
Oh.
Everything was VHS before that.
Huh. Now, a little side note, because the apartment building, I've been doing a little trivia thing for the people in the apartment building.
Okay.
And one of our questions last week was, what was the first CD released in the U.S.?
Okay. Do you know the answer? Do you know the answer?
The first music CD released in the USA.
See if they know. And if they don't, you get the answer in a few minutes. Okay. You keep flashing that Madonna. What do they say? Nobody say anything?
When a creepy doctor asks you to open your mouth, you respond, it's nothing. It's
Doc's late. I told you, he probably walked the dog. He drinking that coffee, and you go to use the bathroom.
That's nothing.
Shout out to Joanne. I hope she's feeling better today. She's had a nasty bout with pneumonia. So I hope she's feeling better today.
Yeah.
I talked to her yesterday, but she had a little bit of a relapse, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's nothing. I
know.
There's not much going on.
What is that?
What? Cryptid. And that TM. Very well.
What's Amanda saying about?
Bill is channel 180
Spectrum.
when you look at the guy. Yeah, she's asking about Spectrum.
Yeah.
But Bill isn't around here, so he doesn't have that.
You
But I'm letting her have their day. Will you just let me do my job? You do your job.
But I got to give important people.
Remember, that's your job. This is my job.
Okay, here's your job. Do you know what the number 1 weather featured movie is? On
Avalanche.
How'd you know?
Is that right?
No. It's called Waterworld. Remember Waterworld?
Oh, no way.
1995. Kevin Costner.
Oh, Doc is here, by the way.
Yeah, I said
Hey, late.
drinking his coffee and he went out walk the dog. The polar ice caps melt and it floods everything. And some of the people grow gills, some people don't. Okay, all kinds of crap going. It was the most expensive flop ever produced in Hollywood. Kevin Costner. Number 1 was Waterworld. They're doing good today. Bill Schaefer. Hey, if you're out in California, you want to watch
He
this?
is.
I know.
No if.
If you have
Unless he's on
a
vacation.
Roku device, okay, on your TV,
Yeah.
please, I'm telling everybody out there, if you have a Roku device, they're very cheap and reasonable at Walmart.
Oh, $30.
Yeah, and all you have to have is internet in your house, okay? This hooks up to your TV. You can download us by going into their available stores. This is free, okay? Download StreamOnABudget, the StreamOnABudget app. And once you have that downloaded, go across there to the top. It says free movies and TV. Click that, and you'll see New York 48. You can watch us on New York 48 4 nights a week, Monday through Thursday at midnight. 4 nights a week on New York 48. Or you can also download, go on your computer, themonsterchannel.com. They give you a little code. You can download the Monster Channel into your Roku or watch it online at themonsterchannel.com. You can watch this on a midnight movie double feature every Monday from 10 o'clock to 2 in the morning.
Ways you can watch us.
Yeah, so wherever you are, let us know. We'll get you a way to watch us. Even if I have to, I can even send you a link that you can watch it on your phone.
Okay, you'd
have to, yeah. Mara, how do I watch a midnight movie, Mara? Oh, yes, I can download a link on your phone. A Rangelot link, Mara? So you didn't think I would go into a whole
thing
like that. Hey, speaking of which,
what?
Doc saw it yesterday.
What?
I got a brand new gorilla suit at the bin store.
Oh,
this thing's awesome. So guess what? You're going to start seeing some gorilla skits.
So you're really going to start monkeying around, aren't you?
I'm going to be all over the place. I'm going to be monkeying around.
Oh, you're going to go ape.
I'm going to go ape. It's going to be fun. I always wanted one. I always wanted the gorilla suit.
Yeah. Wait, it fits you?
It fit me.
Really?
Yeah. Wait, don't be so shocked.
No, but I mean, most of those suits are built for people that are under 6 foot.
I know. Yeah. And so, yeah, it fits me. I'm not going to say it's not a little snug in the back.
Oh, look, Doc said the gorilla suit looked amazing.
Yeah, it's a good suit, too, not one of those cheap ones. It's got the long fur, it's got the hands, everything. I got a good gorilla mask over there. I'm going to switch out and wear that one instead of the one that came with it.
But match?
Yeah, it's black fur.
Okay.
It should look good, because that one, the draw moves. But I figure if it did fit me, it'd have to fit the beard.
Does it have a red butt?
Are
you going to have to open it up? Show your hairy red.
No, I'm not going to show my butt. I don't think nobody's interested in seeing that.
Trust me.
We're doing well today. Now we're talking about weather, so I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the world's greatest weatherman, right?
You're going to bring that dick up, aren't you?
I'm going to bring up that dick. Everybody wanted to talk about Dick today. Yeah, that's right. The greatest weatherman in the United States, Dick Goddard, okay? There he is. Look, he's so good, he even has his own bobblehead. And there he is, Dick Goddard. You can't see too good, but it will never come out of the box because this is from Dick Goddard's actual home. This is his bobblehead, and he had a few more, but this is one from his actual house, okay? And I got it right here, look.
Oh, no, don't even do it.
This was just by happenstance. But I had Dick, and then here's Chad's balls.
Coincidence?
Chad's balls were right in front of Dick. And I didn't even plan that. These are Chad's balls. If you want your very own pair of Chad's balls, come see them at the Ohio Terracon. They'll have Chad's balls there. But I happen to have it right in front of my Dick Goddard. But anyways, a little bit about Dick Goddard. I mean,
the Bearded Wolf is calling Dickabilia.
Dickabilia, that's right. I have some other Dickabilia here, right? I'll show you and talk about them. Yeah, but these are right from Dick's house. Okay, he loves animals, like you know. Look, he had this Barney Bush. Who has a dog? Who has a button? Barney Bush, the first dog from 2000 to 2008. He did. He loved animals so much that he actually had a pin with the first dog.
Dick had a bush.
Dick had a bush. And look at this one. Now this one's a collector's item for sure. Right from Dick's house. It's even dated by him on the back.
Oh, geez, yeah.
10/20/86. So that's what? How many years?
Yeah, about that far.
Yeah. This is Woolly Rabbit Pepper.
Woolly Rabbit?
Woolly Rabbit Pepper from the Woolly Bear Festival from 1986. See that? That's right from Dick's personal collection.
For those that really like Dickabilia,
yeah.
When we're out at a show, there's some stickers and things that we have with us.
I normally carry.
We don't usually put our dick out on the table.
No. Well, I always.
But if you You know,
You
but
check
if you
the
ask
stick
for
on
us,
the
we
table.
can whip our dick out.
Yeah.
Give it to you.
We'll give you, because I always have some stickers right from Dick Goddard's home.
Yep.
And you can have one for free if you're a Dick fan.
Dick stickers.
And speaking of, look, here's something else that was from
Oh,
Dick.
look at
It's a
that.
little Woody bear.
Woody bear.
Really Woody bear, because Dick
Is that a
Goddard,
male or a female?
I don't know. It's very fuzzy.
Oh, yeah.
That was from Dick's personal possessions right there. That's Dick's Woolly Bear. All right. So I'll put that
Well,
up
I'm
here.
sure they do, Will.
What do you say?
He says hopefully they don't they don't make a Dorothy fully time.
They're fully timed ball.
Fully timed.
I hope they
Dorothy
do. I wonder.
Fullheim.
If anybody out there sees one, let me know. I'm sure they do. But about Dick Goddard, real quick. Dick Goddard, of course, for you for out of
Oh,
town.
is this
from-
now going to be Dick trivia?
A little Dick trivia, because hey, he's the greatest weatherman of all time. For you out in California or for Florida or wherever you may be, down in Pennsylvania.
There's no big
Dick
better than our
Goddard
Dick.
was a local icon. He passed away in 2020 at 89 years old. Horror host aficionados know that he was on many skits on the Big Chuck and Lil John and Hoolihan and Big Chuck
Connie
show.
Cleary has joined us.
Connie, how you doing,
Hi,
Connie?
Connie. Second time we're talking about
Connie,
Dick Goddard.
here's a wink for you. Okay, we're talking about Dick Goddard. Just a few things about Dick Goddard. He was the greatest weatherman of all time. He holds the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest career as a weatherman. So he has the records. No, so he's the greatest, right? Because I know some people say, well, Willard Scott. Well, guess what? He don't hold the world's record.
And he was from Cleveland too.
Was he?
Yeah, I think.
Well, see, we got the best weather people, right?
Yeah.
He was a Willard. Right, Big Will? He began his career in weather in 1949 in the Air Force by forecasting atmospheric nuclear tests. Okay. Here's a few of his accomplishments, okay? He got passed the Goddard's Law to Congress, which gives great severe penalties for the abuse of animals. It's called the Goddard's Law. In 1973, he started the very first Woolly Bear Festival, which still goes on every year to this day. All right, and he also has a street named after him down by Channel 8 Studios called Dick Goddard Way. And a lot of people don't know that he was a cartoonist as well. He's a very accomplished cartoonist. So, right, Mouse?
In many ways, he was a cartoon.
That's right. So he was not your average Dick. He was very renowned. Okay.
Will says, where there's a will, there's a way.
There you go. Hey,
Oh,
he's got it. He's still got it.
He's so funny.
He's still got it.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
It's the wrong direction, but that's a whole nother story.
that's my
Nah.
He's got it. He's got it. I don't know what it is, but he's got it. I can see a lot clearly now. Look at these glasses.
The rain is gone.
These are my Elton John Romero glasses. Oh, yeah. They look a little goofy, but man, can I see. So that was Dick Goddard. All right. Stop by their tables, and we'll give you some dick if you want it. We'll have it with us at the
A stick
Paracon.
a
Oh, here's
sticker.
970.
Oh, 970. There's
I
970.
know it's like somewhere right there. There is something new I added here on the set today. No contest though. But if you find it, let me know what it is. There's no contest. Something new. Here's some interesting facts. Shout out to Bat TV first of all. Bat TV was just featured in Brunswick magazine.
We were?
I said Bat TV
Yeah.
was featured in Brunswick magazine.
Oh.
And so if you get a copy of Brunswick Magazine, you can see all about Bat TV, and you'll see some pictures from all the famous shows are on there, like Chad and Bunny, The Haunted Hotel, my friend Gruesome Graves, Weirdness, Really
You
Bad
won't
Show.
see the Bearded Wolf or Big Den T.
No, because they're not important. They're sidekicks. They're sidekicks.
Yeah, they're sidekicks.
There's no sidekick page.
Kick your inside for sure.
So a bunch of shows on there. So if you check them out, shout out to Brunswick Area Television. They do a great job out there. And Kick 'em, Tom, and the whole gang out there. We had a lot of fun out there. Here's some. This is from Chris Cross, okay? Chris Cross, this is a feature, something I got from Chris Cross. I'm still trying to get rid
It
of
didn't
it.
involve penicillin?
No. It didn't, but this little news flash, okay? I thought I was bringing
Connie
this.
says they do know Dick.
They know where's
That's what Connie says.
Where's Connie from? She knows Dick.
Connie, where are you
I want
from?
to know how far Dick is known. You know?
How far away were you from Dick?
Yeah.
Let us know, Connie.
Who knows Dick? Who knows? I want to know how far Dick goes. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, though. Some weird facts. Not weird, but some interesting facts.
Right.
The family-owned Elm Road Triple Drive-In in Warren, Ohio. I didn't know. I never heard of it. But it's in Warren, Ohio. It's been in business for 73 years. They will soon be serving alcohol. They're opening up a little bar window there so you can get alcohol at the drive-in. Drinking and driving, is that a good idea?
Oh, you're watching a movie. You're not driving.
Yeah, but you got to get home. So, I'm going to open up, me and Big Dinty, maybe like a, we'll drive you home service afterwards. What do you think? Get a bunch of like wannabes, and we'll drive all those drunks home. Anyways.
Well, how many drunks could there be?
I don't know. All I know is they used to kick you out of the drive-in for smuggling in alcohol, but now they're selling it at the Elm Road Triple Drive-In. And last Saturday, was the busiest day.
In Eastlake, Ohio.
Eastlake. All right. So that's pretty.
So yeah, when we do our next Atlas show, it's right out there by you at the Menor Mall, and she'll have to come.
She can come see us. Come see us and say hi, and we'll have some dick for you. Right?
Yeah.
Because we're gonna bring some. I want to get rid of some of those stickers. What? You said.
The Podman's wondering if we ate the beer jelly beans. They put them in the box.
He's obsessed with the beer. They're not here. All we got is smog balls. These smog balls we got plenty of yet. We'll be eating those forever. Well, that's probably why your microphone you can't hear good. You're 2 miles away from that.
They can hear me.
I can only give it to them. I can't force them to wear it.
They can hear me.
Here's some more interesting facts.
I'll put it up closer to the flamingo balls.
Busiest day at the drive-in was last Saturday. In 74 years, they were showing the movie Twisters. Twisters. Coming out soon, I think August 16th or August 19th, limited edition Fanta soda based on the new Beetlejuice movie that's coming out. It's going to be Haunted Apple Soda. It's like a green soda, Beetlejuice on it. So that's coming out limited edition. So when we get some, we'll get it and we'll test it for you if I can get my hands on a bottle of that. Right? Also, this is pretty cool. For fans of Dexter, you ever watch Dexter?
Yeah, that was good. Oh yeah.
Well, Dexter, he's coming out with another sequel. They thought he died, I guess, in the last one. I never did see the last episode of the last season that he did.
The last season of Dexter?
Yeah,
when he did the.
No, I'm talking about the last season. He just did it like last year or something. Remember, he came back and he was out in
Minnesota or something. Like that.
And I guess
I didn't see all that show,
but I hear he must have died at the end, or so you think. But no, he's going to be back. It's called Dexter Resurrection. So there will be a new season of Dexter coming out soon.
Always said it could be his son.
Well, his son was weird, right? His son was kind of weird in that one. But guess what? There's also a prequel of Dexter coming out. A prequel series of Dexter, and it's narrated by voiceover by Michael C. Hall.
Do you think they'll show him, like, using a magnifying glass and killing ants? And
that's all he can do, right?
You know?
Don't let Dick Goddard know. He'd be all over you, Dexter. Be Dick versus Dexter.
Well, animals. Insects? Did he care about?
He cared about all living things.
Well, that's true.
That's like an insect, right? What does this turn into? Who knows? Who knows? Raise your hand. Who knows what a woolly bear turns into?
Big woolly bear.
Does it turn into a butterfly? I don't know. I think it does.
A butterfly?
What's the answer to your trivia question?
My trivia question.
Did anybody answer it?
No, nobody answered.
Very first CD.
The very first music CD released in the USA. And there's your hint. Born in the USA, Springsteen's. This is what came up as being the first music CD released in the USA.
Very good, very good.
1984, which I just find it, before then we really,
well, we listened to cassettes.
Yeah, it just seemed weird.
You remember putting those cassettes
29
in, fast forward,
or whatever, but
yeah, it doesn't seem, but time is going so fast now. And now what's becoming popular again for some reason? VHS. VHS is kind of making.
Ooh, we got a bunch of them.
I know, but now they need to make the players for it. You know what I'm saying? Like you used to get them back in
go to the secondhand stores.
Yeah, but they're secondhand.
Around, yeah.
I eat them up like that. I used to do my cassettes in the car. Remember? Yeah, this is my favorite cassette. You put it in there, and next thing you know, it's eating it. And you pull it out, and you get all
you got your pencil turning it.
Yeah, you gotta go. And
Put your finger in
it's
it.
that little wrinkle, and you're like, ah! The music's twisted.
Consistent.
What do we got?
What else?
Watch us, though. Yeah, watch us. Please watch us on New York 48. It's a very easy once you get to a download. You're going to love New York 48. It's got all kinds of vintage shows, vintage movies, old commercials. It's a lot of fun.
More vintage than MeTV.
Yes, it is. It is. Or you can watch us on the Monster Channel. Hey, a lot of great shows on there. Monster Channel is awesome. Shout out to Jack Jacqueline and the whole gang at the Monster Channel for keeping that channel running awesomely. Okay. And of course, around here you can watch us on a few cable companies. Hopefully, we'll see this weekend. Rocco, get back in town. We need Rocco. We fall to pieces when Rocco's out of town. You ever notice
Miss Childers agrees that it's a good channel.
Thank you. And, hey, New York 48, it wasn't hard to get, right? Once you master it, it's not hard to get. And come see us at the Ohio TerrorCon, like I said.
Yeah.
So much fun. And shout out to everybody who came out to see me.
Doc Midnight will be there Saturday.
Doc Midnight? Oh,
Yep.
Doc Midnight.
We got it, as long as a few other people show up, because Dr. Midnight won't work the table.
If they're going to be alone.
So, yeah, he won't work the table.
Whatever.
He's that way.
Well, you know what? At the Monster Bash, we didn't work the table either. Hey, you know what I'll do?
What?
Chad and Bunny. Every time I'd leave, Chad and Bunny would sell one of our items to somebody. So Chad and Bunny is going to be there. They can run our table.
Amanda says if she can find New York 48, anyone can.
Yeah. And once you get
Oh,
there,
you're
it's
smarter
easy.
than that.
Once you get there, you can. Yeah, I'm saying Amanda did it. Yeah. So, hey, then you're going to be so excited because you can watch all kinds of cool stuff on there. Now, Chris Cross, my review. I went and saw this, so I'm doing my review. And the way my reviews work, very simple. Chris, Professor from Russ, he gives out 10 tickets. Mine are, if the movie's good enough to see, I say it's good. And then maybe I'll say a good plus if it's extra good. You know what I'm saying? But if it's bad, it can go all the way up to 3 sucks. It can suck, or suck. So I saw the new Deadpool Wolverine movie. I give it my highest rating, good. It's a good movie. I really enjoyed it a lot. So I recommend seeing it. Now, based on, I forget who posted this yesterday. I don't know if it was you, Professor, but I also watched last night the movie Blood in the Water. It's kind of like the movie Saw, but these people get brought to this place and they're chained around this pool. Then every once in a while, the chain drags them into the water and there's a great white shark in there. Boy, was that bad. That was not good. I fell asleep on the ending. I don't know what happened. I liked the idea of it and the look of it, but no, not very well executed. So, Blood in the Water was dead in the water, okay? And speaking of, hey, this weekend, if you're watching Doc Dredd's show, he's reviewing 2 shows, so you don't have to sit through miserable things.
Dredd sort of laughs at you. He said, my highest rating, good.
Yeah, my highest rating is good plus.
Good plus.
So I gave it.
Can't be great.
I gave it the good plus rating. So that's a movie.
Good plus less than great?
Good plus is the highest rating, so it's basically great.
What about good plus plus?
No, I don't go that high.
You don't go.
I don't go that high because I'm not in the rating business. You got Doc for the ratings. You got the Haunted Microwave Show. I just pop in there once in a while and give my rating.
It's all an opinion.
And usually it's suck. But Doc is going to be reviewing Cruel Summer 1 and 2 this Friday night. So you don't have to watch it. So tune in, Doc, watch Cruel
They save me
Summer.
so much time.
It really will. I wish somebody would save me some time. Well, somebody did say that the movie's terrible, but that's like a moth to flame.
Yeah.
Somebody says something's bad, I must see it. I must watch it. Okay, give us a page number.
A page number?
You notice we're cutting off a little early today.
We're close to 12:45.
Oh, we're doing good. We're going to
Need
do
a
this
page
now.
number. Waiting for a page number. And we're waiting for a page number to come through. We're waiting for a page number
Who's going to be the
to
first?
come through.
Who's going to be the first to give me a page number?
I don't know.
Oh, Denny picks up. Oh, Denny, this one sounds interesting. Oh, I can't even remember this one. From 1975. When Things Were Rotten.
When things were rotten.
When Things Were Rotten. It's about like Robin Hood, okay? Because Robin Hood was played by Dick Gaudier. Dick Gaudier. Dick Gaudier is hilarious, okay? Dick Gaudier, it's got a lot of dicks in this. This thing's loaded with dick.
Ultimately fitting that we do.
I know. Friar Tuck was Dick
We have
Van
more
Patten.
dicks.
So there's two dicks right off the top, right? Alan Adele, Bernie Coppell from The Love Boat was in this. So it must have been right. The Love Boat. And look, now I'm playing Bertram. There's another dick, Dick Dimitri. So three dicks right off the top of this thing. Misty Rowe, remember Misty Rowe from Hee Haw, and some other people. Creative producer was Mel Brooks.
Whoa.
So I kind of think that would be an interesting show to watch.
Fine,
you know.
Yeah.
So things were on. Mel Brooks created this wild satire on Robin Hood and his merry men of Sherwood Forest. Instead of the boldly heroic Robin of legend, he was portrayed as a complete nitwit. Oh no. And his men, a band of incompetents who only succeeded because the evil Prince John and his henchmen were even more incompetent. Oh, wow. Much of the humor in his fast-paced movie-style comedy was based on non sequiturs, that's like double entendres, right? And historical anachronisms. Why do they get big words in here?
I don't know.
What's a historical anachronism? Look that one up. I mean, we need Mike Purcell. What's an anachronism? Such as the episode in which Prince John hired the four fastest woodcutters in the kingdom to chop down the entire forest to make way for a new housing development. In the premiere telecast, the prince lured Robin into a trap by staging an archery contest to determine the greatest bowman in the land. Robin, vain as ever, came in disguise but was seized and thrown into the dungeon. His men disguised themselves as a traveling conga band and bongoed their way into the castle to rescue him. And of course, Maid Marian, played by Misty Rowe, she was his love interest. Sexy but empty-headed love interest.
Hey, Kathy finally piped up. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
She finally piped up.
When things were rotten, I want to mark that one because I don't want to look that one up. I remember watching that one. Things were rotten. What do I mark it with?
We got to come on.
Here, I'll put this.
All kinds of pages.
There we go.
You want a couple another page?
Yes, I do.
Well,
Yes,
Doc
I do.
was the first in with 213.
213 for the doc. 213. And of course, everything's coming from the complete directory to primetime network TV shows, 1946 to present with Tim Brooks and Earl Marsh.
President was probably, what, in 1990? Or whatever.
I don't know. 213 for doc.
213.
213. Will it be a good one or a flop for doc?
Doc Flop.
Well, how about, you remember this one? The Don Rickles Show from 1972. It's got to be good with Don Rickles.
Who's
right?
part in it?
Some guy called Don Rickles.
Wow.
Yeah. Louis Sorel was in it. Erin Moran, who can name what show she was on. Erin Moran.
Oh, it'd be Happy Days if
Happy
I could ever
Days.
remember it.
Happy Days.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Robert Hogan, Judy Casmore, and look, this is weird, okay? The last one we did had Dick Van Patten in it.
Yeah.
This movie's got Joyce Van Patten. So how do we go from one Van Patten to the other Van Patten? And it had Barry Gordon, okay, as Conrad Musk. The life and endless problems of a New York advertising ad agency were the premise for this comedy starring
Don
Rickles. Don Robinson, that was Don Rickles, loving Barbara, wife Barbara, and his cute young daughter, Janie, stood by helplessly while Don, the master of insult humor, did constant battle with the frustrations of corporate society. Battlegrounds included his office at Kingston, Cohen, and Vanderpool, and his pleasant Long Island home. Apparently, viewers quickly wearied of the fray, and the series canceled after only 4 months.
Yeah.
Don Rickles is hilarious, though, but I guess
Yeah.
you can only take so much of them, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? In short doses.
You want one more?
One more quickie,
One
and
more
then we'll
quickie.
wrap it up with this one here.
Grandpappy's got 93.
Grandpappy 93.
Wait, is that your age?
Oh, boom.
Oh.
93.
Dr. Ed said
I've
you
got a
fucking
whole-
fuck. In honor of Mr.
We
Rick.
got, I want Grandpa to select from 1 to 4. 1 to 4. Give me a number.
Grandpappy, 1 to 4, Grandpappy.
1 to 4. Grandpappy only.
Grandpappy.
So I got 4 Bobs
1
to
to
choose
4,
from.
Grandpappy.
4 Bobs to choose from.
Now there's this delay. We're waiting. Da 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 da. Grandpappy. 1 to 4.
I'm going to anticipate in a minute here, Grandpa.
He says 4.
4! Okay, 4. He chooses the Bob Cummings Show from 1961. Bob Carson was played by Bob Cummings. It also starred Mervyn Vi. That's a man, Mervyn. Mervyn, never heard that name. M-U-R-V-Y-N. Mervyn Vi.
Merlin's brother.
Look him up, somebody. Mervyn
The one
Vi.
that didn't do magic.
And Roberta Shore. Bob Cummings, long an airplane enthusiast, managed to mix.
Roberta Shore, she made it.
I don't
Was
know.
she
Gina
like
Shore?
Dinus?
I don't know.
Somebody?
Lake Erie Shore. I don't know. I still don't know who Mervyn Vi is. So.
North Shore. Yeah.
See what it is, an adventure series. Bob Carson was a suave adventurer who made his living as a charter pilot and amateur detective. His assignments, both with and without passengers, took him all over the world. And his travels were short domestic hops close to his California base. He flew a Aerocar, an unusual vehicle that could be used as an automobile or when its removable wing was attached, converted into a small aircraft. Wow. I would watch it just to see the
daughter
Aerocar.
Judy and Jane his wife.
Yes. When he went long distances, he had a more luxurious twin-engine plane. His operating motto that he would do anything that wasn't illegal, immoral, or underpaid.
That's us.
I know, right? He had an expensive lifestyle. He had a bodyguard assistant. Oh wait, why does he need a bodyguard? If he's a detective, you know, and this tough guy, he needs a bodyguard. Who else did he have here? Hank, the teenage daughter of the owner of the airstrip. She was a tomboy.
Hank, the teenage daughter?
Yeah, she was a tomboy. He rode a motor scooter every day.
She was Hank.
She flirted with Bob. She liked to flirt with Bob.
What year was
Cummings.
this?
1961.
Transgen back then.
Oh, come on. In 1960, on December 28th, the title of the series was changed in hopes of saving it to the new Bob Cummings Show. But it was still the same old show.
Yeah.
It was the same show. They didn't put new in it. It's the new Bob Cummings Show.
Oh, that makes such a difference.
Yeah. Oh, it's the new Bob Cummings Show. So that about wraps us up for today. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Shout out to Bill Schaefer and the whole gang. Ralph, we didn't hear from you today. You'll probably tune in later. Didn't hear from Eddie. Eddie, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I hope you're fine, Eddie.
Yeah, I have to send a message out to Eddie, see if he's doing all right.
Our ladies joined us.
The ladies, thank you for joining us. Kathy and
lovely
the whole
ladies.
gang. It's the
Lovely ladies.
Probably investigating something, I don't know. But Denny, take us out as I will approach the camera stand and administer the last rites.
Couple weeks, Terracon, gotta come check us out.
Well, Terracon, I forgot to put this up for a minute.
Call this number often.
Yeah.
Later the better. It's a good time to call.
And there's some talk of getting rid of that number, and I was against it. But hopefully...
Yeah, we don't know. Call while it's there.
Yeah, so...
And you know, I'm going to end on a very solemn note. Once again, R.A.P. Nicole. You know, we love you. Rest in peace, baby.
Okie dokie.